Alright, so today we're going to be talking about Idubbz, and in case you guys don't know who Idubbz is, he's a very popular YouTuber with over 7 million subscribers, and he was famous for making content cops, pretty much calling out other YouTubers' bad content, but now he's a former shell of himself, because when I say this, I'm not joking, but he's actually just fell off.
I'm going to be complaining about the Cartnark. Now, if you're not familiar with Cartnarks, it's basically this guy, Sebastian, who works for a radio show, who had the idea to shame people who aren't bringing their carts back to the cart corral.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You are getting mad at someone for doing something that's objectively pretty good? Like, I'm sorry, but telling people to go put their carts in the place they're meant for isn't a bad thing. Instead, that's quite good. Like, let's be real, carts do a lot of damage to cars, and they're also annoying if you're driving one and you just have a random cart blocking your way.
Car doors, spots taken up, grocery prices raised sky high because employees have to go out and spend their time hunting down carts. We are publicly shaming those dicks who don't take back their shopping carts.
While I'm very unsure if carts are the reason why grocery prices or, store prices are going up, I can say this, right? This man is doing a service by telling people to just put their cart in the right place where they're meant to be. I feel like that's not a bad thing, and instead that's a service. Like, I feel like we should be praising this guy.
Cartnarks, you curved your cart. You didn't take it back to the cart corral where it belonged. Are you okay? That's the second curbing, by the way.
No, I'm not okay, you fucker.
But I'm a nice guy. No, ma'am, you left your cart here like a lazybones.
Yeah?
I'm
What are you bothering us for?
Because you left your cart out.
So what?
So that's gonna block someone's spot.
I don't care.
Yeah, you can already tell these are the most selfish type of people you will ever meet in your entire life, who simply don't care about other people or what their action is gonna do to other people. And also, how do you trip while pushing a shopping cart? Like, I'm genuinely kinda confused. Like, how do you do that? Did this man just walk improperly or something? Like, I'm confused.
Ended up being entertaining for a good amount of people. And I was definitely one of those people where I was like, I think this is interesting. I like the idea. It is pretty inoffensive to like approach someone and be like, hey, you mind taking your shopping cart back? But the problem is we've sort of graduated from that.
See, that attitude's getting you a hood magnet of shame, sir. Go with a hood magnet since that was just a curving. Gotcha. Another one in progress over here. Hold on. I'll be back in the spot. Here, let me get you another one right there.
But now we're on season 17 of the Cartnarks, and I'm like, just sort of over it.
So Idubbz pretty much is getting bored of watching the same YouTuber for like 17 seasons long or something like that, and I mean, come on, if you're gonna watch something for a very long time like the same YouTuber, you're at some point gonna get bored. Like, that's not a weird concept, you know what I'm trying to say? And also, throwing these metal stickers or whatever they're called on cars isn't annoying either. Like, it's annoying for the driver because they're gonna have to take it off, but it's not as if he's super gluing it to their car. You can just take it off. It doesn't take much time or energy.
The first topic I want to cover with the Cartnarks is the insult of lazybones.
You're very tired right now, and it's causing an error in your judgment. Lazybones. Be a better person and not be so lazybones. What we do is we narc out people who are being big old lazybones and not taking their carts back. You're being a lazybone.
And I do have a handicap, actually.
Is your disability lazybones-itis?
There's a lot of people who say like, yeah, this ain't so bad. The Cartnark, he's hitting people with the white people insults. What's so wrong with that? It's like, dude, if someone called you lazybones, would you not feel fucking awful?
I feel like any normal person wouldn't care if they're being called lazybones. And if you're wondering what lazybone means, lazybone is just another way to address someone who's lazy. Come on, bro. It legit has the word lazy in it. I don't know what to tell you. If you're, getting offended by getting called lazybones, you need to rethink your life, because that is not an offensive term one bit. That's just stating the fact. If you're lazy and someone calls you a lazybone, then you're lazy.
Especially if you're being lazy, that shit is like a level 9 white people insult. those hurt. It's in that weird area of like, you're not being like barbaric. You're not calling someone an asshole and flipping them off. Fuck you, asshole. It's like when you see someone doing that, almost like violent and aggravated, you almost feel bad because it's like.
So let me get this straight. To Idubbz, if you're being lazy and someone calls you out for being lazy, like, you know, calls you lazy bones or whatever while you're being lazy, you have the right to get mad or something? I don't understand. Like, why? If you're being lazy and someone calls you out for being lazy, that's not a bad thing. Like, come on. If someone calls me lazy while I'm being lazy, I'm gonna look at them and just be like, you're goddamn right, I'm being lazy, and what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna fucking take that to the heart.
Stress, I think often goes unnoticed by people, and that is two people can be assholes simultaneously. Or two parties, however you want to put it. You know, you can dislike both people and think that.
He's not wrong. If you guys want an example of this, Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul. If you guys know about that, you know, they both had a boxing fight, and both of them were terrible people who you couldn't really back.
They're both being unreasonable and shitty. The person not taking their car back, yeah, absolutely. Unreasonable, lazy, whatever you want to like attribute to them. But to pretend that Agent Sebastian isn't being an asshole and he isn't being an unreasonable piece of shit? Like, come on.
So you're harassing people who leave their carts?
Polite ask. Was not a harass. It's a polite ask. We're sweet and loving about it.
Like he's being lazy bones in a couple other ways. It's oral hygiene and such.
This is the thing with these lazy bones sympathizers and crackheads. Like maybe you were like just off homeless dudes all day.
I don't agree with Agent Sebastian calling other people, you know, crackheads, or they have bad hygienes, or insulting other people, but let's be honest, these people can also ignore him and just completely move on with their life and just go wherever they need to go, right? Maybe home or work, I'm not sure, but they don't need to engage with him. They can just leave.
Is for you to leave them alone after they very clearly said 15 times in multiple different ways, leave me alone, get away from my car, get away from me. If you continue to ignore that, you are fucking creepy.
Off right now. I mean, knock it off. Irresponsible person. My stuff. You don't bother me right now. I mean, you're starting this shit. Back the fuck off. You're leaving. Leave me the fuck away from me. Do not get anywhere near me. Stop. Stop it. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone.
Like the door to door.
So I don't agree with Agent Sebastian again. I feel like if someone tells you to leave them alone, you should probably just leave them alone. But also in the clip that Idubbz shows, you can clearly see the lady engage with him. So it's kind of a double-edged, you know, response, because you're engaging with someone, you're asking to leave them alone. Like, come on, she was chasing him. Like, she could have just gone inside the car and just left. Like, I feel like that's a perfectly good action she could have done.
And with the magnet is the magnet isn't just a magnet. The magnet is like a fucking barnacle. They're barnacles that remind the driver that, one, they did a bad thing.
I'm pretty sure a barnacle is much harder to remove than a magnet. Like I said before, you can just go to your destination and just wipe that magnet off. It's not that hard, right? With a barnacle, I feel like you got to do a little bit more. Come on, this guy is over here using some sort of tool to do that. With a magnet, you can just swipe that out and move on. It's not that big of a deal. However, that's gonna be it for me. If you guys enjoyed this video, a like and subscribe would be absolutely amazing. If you made it this far, thank you. But yeah, peace out.